let's start the record. So currently we already have the collab. I am Korea server. Korea server has the collab a little bit earlier. Why do we do this shit? Because then we can actually look at these units already. Let's see what we have. First of all, for leader skills, dungeon leader skill on a Hachimashima. Yes, sir. Come to us, understands their game. Finally, thank you. Thank you. That is a hella W right there. Base stats, still decent attack. Thing I don't like is that skill 1 is not attack, or like the skill 1 is not HP scaling. That's kind of ass. But okay, let's first go through all of the leader skills and then we're gonna go into the units. We got arena leader skills on the Jin Kazamas. Okay, okay. Where is the speed lead? Defense lead on this one, okay. HP lead. Accuracy lead. Ooh, no speed lead for the Jin Kazamas, but there's an attack lead on this. Any speed awakeners? Nope. Okay. Next one, Paul. Paul has guild leader skills, defense. Defense, any speed leads? Accuracy. Resistance. Speed lead on the 4-star Paul. Okay, okay, W. W right there. I'm not sure if this one is really good, but I can see potential. Any speed lead? 28 speed lead in guild. That is pretty pog. That is usable. That's very usable. This one over here, crit rate, okay. Moving on next, let's switch elements. Let's first check out the Nina. Nina is global lead. Okay, could be a global speed lead. It's 105 base. 105 base, not bad, not bad. We have, okay, defense. Speed lead 21er on Nina Williams Light. That's the one that was already showcased. I'm not too sure about this one, but could be interesting. And then we have HP lead over there. And then my boy, Hwoarang, 104 base, is looking at elemental leaders. This is gonna be shit leads altogether. Yeah, these are just like the elemental power leads, so they got the L on the leads. But then again, I think that these are probably the best out there. Awakening, nothing has a speed awakening from the first look. Oh, increase awakening, null. Okay, oh, wait, it's because of this. Why is that a null? Fuck off, man. Do you have some weird ass resistance awakening? Wait, this one is... you get the leader skill awakening. Okay, why did the other one get a null? Huh? Why would you get... What the fuck? Some of these get the leader skill awakening, which is ass, and some of them, they get the leader skill already, and then it's a null. Doesn't make any sense. But yeah, let's look at the skills. So, what do we have on the skills? First of all, Heihachi. Heihachi is the skill for dealing damage proportional to enemy max HP. Oh, wait, that's the third skill. Wait, is that the first? No, wait, this is the first skill. Enemies max HP, but not your own HP scaling, which is a little bit bad. Then we have the skill 2, which is the proportion to their max HP, decreasing the defense. Okay. And this one is the buff block, and then more damage. Let's look at the skills. Heihachi Mishima is first. Slow animation for PV unit, though. Okay. Very slow animations for PV units, but could see this being used in SF. Seems like a decent unit for SF. Let's move on to the next. Jin Kazama Fire, which is one of those that people did ask for. First skill, we have 3 continuous damage. Jesus, how to English? 40 chance, not bad. Skill 2 is attack all enemies, decrease their attack bar by 30 with a 50 chance, decrease their speed. Okay. Goes down to a 3-turn cooldown, not that long. And then we have this one, which is a passive. When attacked during the enemy turn, decrease the damage taken by 50%, resist all effects. And then attack all enemies, removing 1 for... Okay, okay. Seems interesting. Let's go in for the skills. Skill 1. Well, liking the style. Okay, he gets the wing over here for like the moment he dives in. That's kind of badass. That's kind of badass. I cannot see the passive on this run right now because I can't get attacked. It might be pretty strong. It might be pretty strong that the fire one is pretty legit. Okay, let's move on to the next. This is the, what's called the 4-star. Skill 1, same. Skill 2 is a different one. Attacks the enemy 2 times. Increase your attack bar by 25% whenever you land a critical hit. The damage is increased to the enemy HP decreases. Okay, and then we have a passive once again. Decrease the damage taken by 50%. Increase your damage dealt by 100% when your HP is 23.5% or below. The fuck is even the 23.5% or below? What is even that? What is that number, Zomtoas? What is that number? Okay, so once again, same skill 1. Skill 2 is... Okay, not bad for looks, not bad for looks. Let's move on to the wind 1. Wind 1, skill 1, same. Skill 2 is same as the fire 1. Skill 3 is attack the enemy 5 times. Each hit grants oblivion for 2 turns, decreasing the attack power by 2 turns, dealing additional damage according to the difference between the attack power or your attack power and the target's. 5 hit oblivion. That's... If you don't land oblivion after 5 hits, you're never meant to land it in the first place. Not sure if it's really good, but can see potential. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Light 1, however. Light 1, 4-star. Skill 1, same. Skill 2 is the attack bar decrease. This one we have the passive, once again. Decrease the enemy's attack bar by 20% whenever you attack. In addition, increase your attack bar by 50% of the attack bar that's decreased. Not too sure if that's really good, but could see some potential in here. So, does you... Yeah, also attack bar decrease is for every multi-hit. So the skill 3 has 3 attack bar decrease chances. That is nice, that is nice. Yeah, every hit can decrease the attack bar. Not bad, not bad. Dark 1. Dark 1, skill 1, same. Skill 2 is going to be, once again, the Wing Flash. Skill 3 is grant soul protect on yourself for 1 turn and attack the enemy if the enemy attack is or the enemy is defeated. By this attack, we go on skill cooldown, okay, and then or we don't go on skill cooldown, and the damage excess will be on the next damage move. Not sure, not sure. Could be interesting-ish. So once again, we have that over there. We have the wing over there, and then we have this one. Soul Protect. It kind of gets feelings of like Jack, as in like the fire or like the Dark Itadori, which is decent-ish. But if it's really good, not sure, not sure. We also got a raider from Mr. Eric B. Thank you very much for that. Eric B. Wait, let me actually do that from the Twitch side. Okay, let's continue on. So, all of the Jin Kazamas, I think decent to good, but I won't say crazy good just yet. Let's move on to the Nina Williams. So, first of all, Blonde Bomb, okay, that is just a stun chance. Stun chance goes up to a 50%er. We have the attacks the enemy 3 times. First hit strip, 60 chance, goes up to 80. Mostly does do it like that. And the second and third hit go for defense break. Okay, third hit. Attacks the enemy 4 times, destroys HP by the damage dealt, increase cooldown by 1 turn each. This is a 4-star, however. So let's go in. Skill 1. Okay. Okay. That's kind of dope, though. That's kind of dope. Like, there's actually 2 hits. Bit of a downtime, and then the second 2 hits. That kind of cool. That kind of cool. It's a 4-star, however. So then we have the what is called water. Skill 1, same. Skill 2 is going to be same one. Skill 3 is going to be inflict continuous damage for 2 turns on each attack. In addition, your attack bar increase your attack bar by 100% when the enemy HP is 50% or below recovers. Kind of like a Gapso-ish kind of weird vibe, right? But let's see, let's see. Skill 1, same skills that we've seen before. Skill 2, also same style. Also, oh wait, in this case we do see the continuous damage like flying in. It would be good if we could still dot bosses, but fun with Wind Bayek? Yeah, I could kind of see that vibe. Besides that, I'm not too sure about it, no. Let's move on to the next. Nina Williams on another 4-star. different skill 2. Attacks the enemy 2 times. The first hit grants silence, second hit grants attack power down with a 60 chance. Okay. Then we have the attack power, or the third skill, attack the enemy, deal damage, increased by 15%. Okay. For harmful effect granted. So, kind of once again, one of those PvE-ish units. But also not really a PvE unit because it's a 4-star. Damn, that's one of those freaking karate chomps up there. Okay, not bad, not bad. Wait, there was also a different S2. Harmful and beneficial. True, true. How about this one?
You're finished.
Okay, not bad, not bad. Light one, which does actually have a speed lead. It is a 24 global speed lead. That is the one that was already showcased before. So let's look at the skills. Also does have that silence into attack down on that S2.
You're finished.
S3 is the one which has a lot of debuffs. So we have seal, block harmful effects, and then we have damage dealt by 10%. I'm not too sure about the damage dealt 10%. I'm not too sure about this one though. It's a 21er, yeah. It's 21. I'm not too sure about this third skill. Cooldown is 4 turns on this. This one goes up to 80. Okay. Yeah, this one, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It has potential, but I'm not really feeling it. Let's see about the dark one, however. We had this one is the kiss shot again. Okay. Third skill is the mark. And the mark is grant the mark on something with the lowest HP. If the mark is removed from, or if the unit is removed from battle, the mark is granted on the next target. This skill does not activate on boss battles and can be granted on a single target. Okay. The mark means increased damage dealt by all allies dealt on that mark. Okay. The caster absorbs attack bar whenever the attack mark is. I'm not sure if the caster means Nina Williams or the caster means whatever was hitting that thing. I think it is Nina Williams only getting the attack bar. But interesting-ish, interesting. So extra damage. The thing is, I like the mark mechanic. I just don't like the rest of her skill 1, skill 2. Like, that's my only thing on that. Let's move on to the next. I want to keep the Hwoarangs for last, so let's go into the Pauls. Fire Paul. So we have a skill 1 over here, which is just to provoke. Once again, it's an HP type unit that has a skill 1 that is not HP type scaling, which is not that great. Skill 2 is attack 2 times, grant first irresistible. Okay, 30 chance goes up to 20, makes it a 50. Second hit is for stun, goes up to 70 in proportion to your max HP. Makes a bit more sense. Skill 3, increase the attack bar of 15% of all allies. Attack the enemy, deal proportion to your max HP. Dealt is okay. Okay, not really feeling the vibes, but sure, sure. Let's see. I like the freaking like next level like stomp right there though. That's very Paul-like. Yep. Cool animations. The unit is really good. Not too sure because mainly the S1 is kind of like eh. This one has the same skill 1, of course. Skill 2 is the hangover. Attacks 3 times, decrease their speed. Recovers your HP. Still, once again, we're looking at an HP type unit with no HP scaling. And then we have a passive that glancing occurs 30% whenever you're attacked. When glance, single target threat state. Not that crazy. Not that crazy. How about this one? But this is also, I like that combo. I definitely do like that combo. Yeah, that's a very nice combo right there. Only thing that I do say is like, once again, 2 skills, attack scaling, 1 HP type, kind of ass. Then we have Paul on the winds, which I think is kind of cool. It does have the same S2 as what we saw in the first one. But the skill 3 is grants immunity against attack bar decreases. Increases attack bar of all allies 15% whenever an ally skill goes on cooldown. It's very weird though, but it's a mechanic we haven't seen yet. Let's say you boost up with a Kabila, you have this thing next to it. You get a 45 boost? That's pretty interesting, right? The update is not there yet in Globe. I'm on Korea server. I'm Korea server. So, yeah, you have some attack bar game where your allies do shit, which is kind of interesting. For twins, double cooldown. Do you get double? Yeah, something like that. That's pretty interesting. I'm Korea server. Global's in like 30 minutes or so. We were at Paul's. This one. Light one is guild leader skill, which is definitely interesting. 28 guild leader. Skill 1 is provoke. Skill 2 is going to be irresistible. Okay. Skill 3 is going to be 3 attacks. First hit, remove all beneficial effects. Second one is branding. And third one is Oblivion. So we have a speed lead Oblivion unit on 4-star. Okay. It is all single target though. But strip brand Oblivion. I can kind of see the vibe, especially because of the lead. Still has the issue where 2 skills are max HP scaling, 1 skill is not max HP scaling. That's a little bit bad, but I can definitely see his value. Then we have the 4-star for Dark. Skill 1 and Skill 2 we already seen. Grants counterattack on self for 1 turn. Why 1 turn? Don't like that. Attacks the enemy target 2 times, increase the chance of landing glancing hit, and then provoke all enemies for 1 turn. Okay. Pretty badass. But if it's really good, I'm not sure. But then the final one, which is the most important one to be good. Please be good on these units. Hwoarang. We cannot see the multipliers yet, so the multipliers might be either good or bad. We cannot really see the damage on that just yet. But first of all, we have the Hwoarang on fire, which is a multi-hitter on the skill 3. We're upping that to 45%, okay? Skill 2 is going to be attack 3 times, remove beneficial effect with 50% each, goes to 60%. When used on an enemy with no beneficial effects, the skill activation after the attack okay, then he goes for skill 1 after that, okay. Blood Talon leaves branding effect for 2 turns with a 30% chance on each attack. Is it each attack or each hit? Attacking the enemy granted with beneficial effects, hunting is activated is... Okay. A lot of like follow-ups. Let's just see. Let's just see what the follow-ups look like. So we have skill 1. Okay. Wait, is that the 3 hits? Okay. He combos the living shit out of you, brother. I can't even count how many hits you're doing. He's comboing the living shit out of you. Yo, the multi-hits on this is gonna be insane, though. What the fuck? I expect very low multipliers on that already. But let's see what we have for a 4-star, or a 5-star in this case. Skill 1 is same. Skill 2 is a different one. Attack 4 times, dealing damage. Ignore all damage reductions. So shields, invisibilities, that kind of good stuff. The damage is increased to enemies with a beneficial effect. Okay. Third skill is increase your speed for 3 turns. Attacks the enemy, set the attack bar back to 0. At the same time, increase your attack bar for the attack bar you decreased. Okay, not bad. Let's see how that looks like. Yup. I'm loving his fucking shit, man. Oh, yeah. I remember this skill. This was like this special attack, which was harder to hit. But it was pretty dope. Okay, I'm liking that. Moving on to the wind one, which was already showcased. Once again, 3-time multi-hitter, 4-time multi-hitter, 6-time AoE multi-hitter, 4-turn cooldown. Yo, that is something. So we have this hit over here, the Combo Raptor. And then we have the Sky Burial. Yo, that better do some damage. Plus this one. This cannot be counter-attacked, so it counters thirds. All attack bar increasing effects on the enemy excluding boss are not activated. So if you hit an Abellio with this, not activated. If you hit a Vert or a Amduit with this, not activated, supposedly. That is definitely an interesting one right there. There's a few units that would be hit and would actually gain attack bar. They don't. Nemesis? Maybe not. That's definitely... Half of them are missing awakenings. Yeah, I know. Some of them awaken into like leaders and some of them don't awaken into shit or something. But like Vert, Ragdolls, Moors. A lot of things that would be pretty nice. Then we have the light one, which is the one that I want to pull. I haven't even seen yet if it's good or not. But this is the one that I do want to pull. Skill 1, I've seen that before. Skill 2 is the Raptor combo. Good skill. Skill 3 is a passive. Always gains attribute advantage when you're attacked by an enemy. Is that when you are attacking an enemy, or is that like it's written as when you're attacked? So it's not when you are attacking, it's when you're being attacked. So that does mean that they always have a chance to glance on you. It's kind of nice. Increase your attack speed by 20 up to 200% whenever you're attacked or attacking an enemy. Is one of those things that you kind of want attack scaling on the skill 1, skill 2. Doesn't have that. But yeah. If it's really good, I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. Definitely with additional damage by speed. Also, stacking your passive is kind of easy. Yeah, you do one hit and you're nearly like full stacked. Like stacking on this one is very easy. Like compared to, I was giving like light series vibes. But stacking on this one is super easy because you do like 2 skills and you're nearly max stacked. That's pretty insane. That's definitely pretty insane right there. Said that all skills feel slow. Yeah, his skill animations could have been a little bit faster. But then again, I don't mind. Then we have the dark one, which seemed pretty interesting as well. We do have, what do we have? Okay, skill 2, skill 3, we already seen. This is the, that one, yep. And then we have a Trinity Claymore, 10% on each attack. Okay. Or 50% upon survival of removing beneficial effect. Okay. And then we have Backlash. So, okay, we have a lot of multi-hits on this one. That's has a lot of multi-hits. Okay, and then we can use this. What? He's not even done yet! He's not even done yet! How many multi-hits in one skill is that? What the actual fuck is that? He's not even done yet! What the actual fuck? Okay, there's nothing to strip so you don't get that skill up. But he's comboing so freaking much, man. This is Nat 4. I wish this was a Nat 5 accurate Hwoarang. This is the 10-hit combo, man. He's just like fucking rambling up your ass. Yo, that's fucking dope, man. That would delete a Leica, man. That deletes 3 Leicas in a row, man. Dude would obliterate Necro at that rate. Yup, he would. Yeah, to be honest, these units would be pretty nice for Necro. Multi-hit wise. That's definitely a thing. So these are all of the units. We haven't seen the multipliers on the skills yet. Patch will go live in about like 15-ish minutes on Europe server. Moment that this video is posted, it's probably already live. But yeah, those are my pretty much the first looks on the units. Voodoo, I think, is really strong at the moment. Well, to be honest, I'm a big fan of all of the Hwoarangs. That's definitely a thing. All of the Hwoarangs seem pretty interesting. I would say that the Paul on Wind, I'm not sure where you want to use this, but it feels kind of interesting to have this kind of style. That's definitely a thing. I will try to get the Hwoarang and as a GT ASAP today. Thank you very much, Seiishizo. Besides that, I think that the Jin on Fire might be an interesting one. I would have to see how this actually works, but I think he is pretty interesting. The Ninas, I'm not too sure about any of the Ninas, to be honest. I'm not really feeling the vibe that much on any of them. Could be wrong on that. This is kind of niche-ish. So I think that there's definitely a few that are potentially good. But are they really good? Not sure. But yeah, Dark Hwoarang, Light Hwoarang, those are the units I'm going to be aiming for. And that's all for the video. Also, if you're seeing this video right now, I'm live at this moment, checking out those units and going to be doing a summon session. So that's all for the recording. Thanks, guys, for watching, and see you later. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. And that's